Hello and welcome back. We are going to continue with Dark Souls. So, we've rang 2 bells of awakening, which was basically the alarm clock for a giant dude who then opened the door to Sen's Fortress, which is past Macduff, the blacksmith guy.
Oh, okay.
It's where the Onion Knight was sitting in front of, who said he couldn't get in, he couldn't figure out how to get in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now you can go there, and that's where the next part is.
Okay.
And I think you're not going to like Sen's Fortress, but that's
great.
but we have to get there first, so... Alright, so we're talking to this creepy bug, and you know that's filled with weird parasite things, dude.
Yeah.
So that's fun. So, did you really... You went straight for the crotch shot. Okay, I know what's on your mind.
Oh yeah, that's all I think of. All of that.
That's what you love?
Yeah.
So, go ahead. I would pick yes. It'll let you do something, and then you can use that bonfire.
If you're a god, you say yes,
Yeah,
right?
pretty much.
You have no eggs.
I mean, I'm a little more discreet about it than you.
Just carrying it around.
I pray that you will mind your manners.
I'll be slightly
My first
less
playthrough,
stabby.
I had no idea what that thing was, and I just assumed I should kill it because it wouldn't get out of my way and there was a bonfire, and so I just stabbed it. I didn't even realize you could talk.
Oh.
So I'd ignite the bonfire first, and this is one of the other sisters.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, you'll have to level up here quick before you leave, because now you will have to go out of the thing.
Yeah, let's get that to 30.
Now you need 9,000. No more levels for you.
Damn it.
2 levels off of her. But now you got that to 30s. So.
Yep.
And then we can pump endurance and start wearing heavier and heavier armor.
Yeah.
Now-
I can get my shoes on. My pants.
This is one of the other sisters, or Daughters of Chaos. That's the sister to Quelog.
Okay. I see the resemblance.
I think her name is Quilana.
Well, you're helpful.
She doesn't like to talk, but she has a covenant.
Okay.
She will eventually talk to you if you enter her covenant, and her covenant requires you to give her humanity. For every so many points, she starts giving you items, pyromancies. Really good pyromancies.
Okay.
Not that it matters to you, but the other thing is, interesting to note, she also acts as a firekeeper.
Oh, okay.
Which is really weird.
Yeah.
If you think about it, because she's half demon,
Yeah.
and yet she can still be a firekeeper.
Mm-hmm.
Which is really odd. So, like, if the other firekeeper dies, you can technically reinforce your flask here.
Okay.
But it's odd. And there's another person that can do that too.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, so the Covenant's all about getting souls, and then giving her the souls, and then eventually she'll start talking to you once you give her enough humanity. Or not souls, but humanity.
Okay.
And then at certain breakpoints you get items from her, and those items are usually pyromancies, with the exception of, I think, a flame one at one point, or something like that.
Okay.
It's weird. It's the Daughters of Chaos. I think she'll also give you a Chaos Blade or something like that, which is a really weird weapon that's not actually very good, except for a very specific build.
Okay.
So, but I thought you might find her interesting because she's like petrifying into the rock here.
Yeah.
You know?
It's like,
what the hell is all this? But yeah. So that implies to me that her sister would eventually end up like this, right? Which is weird. Like, why is that happening? And then there's the fact that there's another Daughter of Chaos you can talk to that upgrades your pyromancy flame past what the guy in town can do. And she sells you higher level pyromancies. And I'm like, what the shit?
Yeah.
So this hallway here is weird. There's nothing in it. And that is not a fake wall.
Huh.
I am guessing that at one point they were planning a DLC that would take you through there.
Oh, that makes sense.
But it never happened.
That would also explain why she's kind of here.
Yeah. I mean, I get that she's near her sister, but I'm like, that whole hallway clearly looks like it had an intent behind it.
Yeah, like it really does look like it's a DLC hallway, because it's got a very strong theme, a character that's...
Yeah, that seems like it might be related to whatever the DLC was.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I think that they had a second DLC planned, and I think it was supposed to be in that hallway, but they never managed to do it in time.
Yeah.
They ran out of time and had to start working on the sequel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's also like a really flat wall.
Right? Like it literally has the frame around it.
Yeah.
As though it were a regular door, and then they just filled it in.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah, it's filled in with just a box.
Yeah. Well, like, and Dark Souls 2 has stuff like that when the game first came out, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, you can't do anything here now. So you're going to have to head back to the bonfire you were at, and then we're going to make our way up that thing that we avoided.
Okay.
And that's the way we're going to get out. It's shorter than the way you came in. But, like, in Dark Souls 2, you get to the so, this game, it was interesting. I've listened to a lot of stuff about the design of this game's world. Mm-hmm. This game is built vertically. It's built on the idea of an elevator. Yes, that also is an elevator, just not for now.
Okay.
It is. That's why it stands out so much.
Yeah.
So Dark Souls 1 is built on an elevator system, where everything is going up and down.
Okay.
So the first chunk of the game, you're going up, then you go down, then you go back up again, and eventually back down.
Okay.
Right? So you're doing that as you expand outwards too. So it kind of balloons out in all directions, essentially.
Okay.
Dark Souls 2 does not do that. Dark Souls 2 is built on a hub and spokes design. Mainly, so what you get is you start at a hub, you go out on a path until you hit the end, you come back and you go out on another path.
Okay.
And they always lead all the way down, and then you fight a lord, right? Like a big boss enemy. Mm-hmm. A great lord or whatever, and then you find a primal bonfire, and that takes you back to the main area.
Okay.
Now, when the game first came out, the primal bonfires were always sitting in these really big, really nice-looking areas, even though you see them for approximately 15 seconds.
Okay.
And it's past that pillar. This is where you're headed if you want to get past these guys again, because they're still up. They didn't die.
Yep. Well.
And what I would do is maybe go to the bonfire over here, just in case you die again.
Yeah.
He's slow.
Well, so am I.
Yeah, so go straight across to your right, and then I'll wrap around there, and that's when the bonfire's over around the corner.
Yep.
But they were really nice looking. They didn't have anything in them. They were completely empty other than the bonfire, but they were big and really nice, and people were like, seems like there could be more in here. And then the DLCs came out. And as soon as the first DLC came out, what they did is they put a door in the back of one.
Okay.
That led to a thing that looked exactly, turn around. That, not in there, but to the right.
Okay.
Because it's that ramp that we avoided.
Oh, okay.
That's where you want to go. That's a shorter method of getting out than the other one, but you're going to have to deal with some shit to do it.
Okay.
And an annoying jump, to be honest.
Oh, great. Jumps.
Fortunately, those things can't climb ladders.
That's good.
So see this contraption?
Oh.
You're going to have to roll onto it. Do not run and jump. You'll go too far and roll off.
Ooh, like that?
Yeah. You have to be kind of careful. It's really annoying. Once you get it down, it's not hard to do, but it's like the first few times it's kind of frustrating to judge.
Yeah.
So. But they added it to the back, and basically what they did is you go into the room, and then most of the rooms are basically large set pieces for the that are designed like the DLC areas a little bit, to start the theme off before you even go into it. I think if you just walk off, you can actually... But you have to do it when it's down a little further. Oof, down.
Okay.
You will have to roll off, though. There's a gap. So you'll want to wait for it to go a little above the platform, and then roll off when you're at the top.
Okay.
I've gotten caught by that and just died falling off the stupid thing. It's a really annoying thing. There you go.
Okay, low.
And so then it's super fancy looking, right? And there's a shrine thing that's identical to the Shrine of Winter, which is an area you go through in order to get to the king in the game.
Okay.
And it's a big deal because it's behind a door that requires you to get all the Lord souls. in order to open it. So you're like, what the hell is this doing here? And if you have the key item for it, you can use it to get into the DLC, basically.
Okay. Oh, I thought.
You don't want to...
Oh, come on.
You're just too close to it. You have to back up a little bit. Yeah, I know. This area is by far the most annoying in the game for a bunch of different reasons. Mm-hmm. There are some more of those fly things up there a little bit.
Okay.
So just be wary that they'll come down at you. So if you go in this area and then wait a second, and don't go too far forward. Trust me, you're gonna want to back up and then look up and behind you a little bit. So up there, they should be coming through. Maybe not. Maybe we didn't attract them. Okay.
All right.
Careful, because there's a toxin spewing guy.
Oh, great.
And you have to make it across these.
Ick.
And then... There you go. And now you can heal in relative safety.
Oh. Well, so much for those 10 Estus flasks.
That's alright.
Okay, floating barrel. Stop breaking again.
Crimson gloves.
Oh.
And the tin banishment catalyst. If you were doing magic, it's a okay catalyst.
Okay.
There they are. I was gonna say, those guys are easier to fight when they're up above with a... what you might want to do, to be honest, because you're actually good with bows, because bows also scale on dexterity.
Yeah.
Equip a bow.
Yeah, I'm thinking...
And then all you have to do is switch to the bow, pull it out, and pull one arrow. It will kill them in one arrow.
Okay.
They have almost no health.
Yeah. Almost out of ammo for it.
Well, you can use the crossbow too, since you have some crossbow ammo.
Alright.
I just used the light crossbow. They have like 50 health. You'll kill them with whatever you use.
Okay.
Check your... Yeah.
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 That's not gonna improve. There.
Back out one more.
Oh.
Yep. I will help you remember. There's no ladder up around here. You have to go down that way a little bit, and then there's a ladder down here, right there. Right there.
There we go.
Yeah, so you have to deal with 2 more toxin spewing guys.
Great.
Going this way.
If
If you stay out of that open space in between the 2 platform sets, they can't hit you. See, he's down there. He's right there. He's in the shadows there. It's kind of tough to see until he shoots something, but he's down on that there. You see where that came from?
Yep.
That's where he is. Now you could try and hit him with the crossbow and get rid of him.
I can't lock onto him. Not from here anyway.
No, but you can aim with the crossbow. You should be able to.
Really? That way...
Maybe, well, no, because you can aim in Dark Souls 2. You can't aim in Dark Souls 1. You can aim in Dark Souls 2 with the crossbow, but not in 1, and I think you can in 3. Yeah, there's stuff down that way. Otherwise, the other way to get to him is you're going to have to go down and around and avoid him for a while, which is really annoying.
Yeah.
So, the way forward is basically you have to roll down to the platform below. That area down there, but you want to go down further before you do that because it's easier to get to the platform. So you're going to want to go back down and around back to the other area you were in.
Okay.
That's the best method of getting down there comparatively, because otherwise you end up falling too far and dying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Here.
nothing.
Not that.
Down that other ladder there. Because you have to go back across the tree branch, basically.
Oh, okay.
I'd just run across it and try not to get toxins. Just be careful because there's some weird clipping stuff partway through it. Oop. Oh. I've gotten on that wheel before and then just walked across it and been like, well, I'm screwed no matter what I do now.
Yeah.
Yeah, this area is really weird.
Oh, and I'm back here.
Yep.
Okay. Fuck off.
There we go. But now you kind of know. And now we don't need to go across that platform again either.
Okay.
Like, there's no point of going across there because we've got the items.
Mm-hmm.
So, that was a one-time dealio that you needed to do, just to get some items.
Okay.
Which is fortunate.
Mm-hmm.
Give this another try. See if we can't make it out of here. I didn't even realize you could get on this during my first playthrough for a while.
Yeah.
I was like, I was down here and I was like, oh, I guess I'll just go back the way I came. And then it was like, my friend was like, you do know there's like an elevator thing that leads you like up to a new area. And I was like, what? Because otherwise you need a key and it takes a long time to get into the area this leads to.
Okay.
But it also creates a direct shortcut back to the bonfire through another area.
Okay. Oh.
Hey.
You get that one first. That. Stop that.
Nope, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay then.
Now he'll come up out of the platform to kill you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if you want, you can go back for your souls, otherwise stay on this side.
I think I want the souls.
Okay. Yeah, you just gotta be super careful with that, because there's some weird sort of geometry with it.
Yeah.
So you can get caught on it.
Oh.
Unfortunately, now you've attracted a couple bugs. So I'd go across the thing, and then... oh, come on.
Oh, come on.
What the hell? What? Hit him, Jesus.
What?
Nope. See what I mean? That's
just...
why I don't go across there. That's why I try never going across there after the first time, because the geometry is just really jacked up on it.
Yeah.
That's why I'm glad it's not required to continue forward.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's... So imagine this area, right? Imagine doing this area as you're doing it right now. Mm-hmm. Except imagine that the frame rate dips every once in a while.
God.
That's how it was in the original version.
That's so bad.
Like, and there was no PC version originally either, and even then the PC version had the same problems because of the way the rendering engine worked. Until they patched it a few times on PC to fix it on PC. Mm-hmm. But by then they weren't patching it for the old consoles anymore.
Yeah.
And then DS Fix helps too. But yeah, it was really bad. So like because of the fire and all the effects and stuff going on, it would just lag out every once in a while, like a little bit, so your frame rate would drop to like half or less. For like in spurts while you're trying to fight. Now fortunately that didn't happen when you're fighting Quelaag.
Okay.
Like her fight was solid because the rest of the area de-rendered.
Okay.
And so, like, that was fine. But everything leading up to her and everything leading away from her was just, like, frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
Everything in this game gets better after this point, though.
Okay, good.
Like, there are traps and tricks, but there's nothing weird like these stupid bugs that like to stay above you.
Fuck you. Oh, come on.
There, fuck off.
Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah, those bugs are really frustrating because of the way they work. So, just be careful when you go across. And, yeah, you're gonna wanna... Getting that way is not too bad. It's going back the other way that's the real big problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
See, and that's why I usually have some sort of ranged weapon equipped, because there's other areas like that those are helpful on.
Fucking
yeah. I would just forego the souls, to be honest. You're gonna keep dying if you go back across because you have to be perfectly on it to get up. I know it sucks, but it's just you're gonna end up repeatedly dying there because of how bad the geometry is going backwards.
Yeah. Okay.
Plus, trust me, you'll get plenty more souls, and you have a bunch you can pop anyway for another level or two.
Yeah.
So. And to be fair, I think you're actually ahead of the curve a little bit.
Okay.
In terms of souls.
Mm-hmm.
So. Yeah. Everyone will be happy when you're out of this area.
Yeah.
This area is frustrating. I mean, I like the... Well, now you can't get them. So there won't...
that takes away the option.
There's no temptation anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, this area, like, I like the idea and the theme of the area.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, the poison... the slowing effect because of the water being as deep as it is, and then those little bug things. Like, it's just too many annoyances stacked on top of each other.
Yeah.
For it to be an not an interesting area, but like an engrossing area. Like an area that I want to be in because I think it's cool, or has a cool theme, you know? Because of those factors adding up. Like, if it was just the deep water, or it was just the poison, or it was just those annoying guys spawning from places, it'd be more manageable. But because it's such a combination, and then you add this, like, weird, awkward platforming to it, and it's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah.
Like, this is the weakest area in all of Dark Souls 1, in my opinion.
Yeah.
The idea of it's cool, but it's just not executed well.
By comparison, it almost feels like some intern did it or something.
Yeah. It's weird. Like...
Oh, what do you have to say?
Yeah, sniper.
Helpful, at least.
One thing you could try, turn around. Go to your right. And go back towards the ladder you came up. There we go.
There.
Alright. Keep going towards the ladder. And then turn to your left. Ladder.
Oh. Going up.
Yep.
Oh.
I think there's some stuff up here you can get.
Range map. Okay.
Yeah. It's because you can get to him.
Oh, okay.
Well, now you're toxic, and there's nothing you can do about it. There's one up there, too. You don't have to go through here. Turn around. Heal and leave. Like, you literally don't have to fight any of this right now.
Yeah.
I'll explain what it does if you leave, but yeah, don't sit in there. So there is an Estus Flash shard in there if you want to get it, but we can come back for it later. Getting down here once you open up the path is easier. Heal, and then go up the ladder. And then continue up. And then you basically... You're going to have to fight your way out. I always forget this is here. Because that's where you get the Estus Flash shard, and I keep thinking you have to go back through it, because that's the way I went when I did it the first time. But actually, if you just climb up these ladders, it takes you to the exit.
Okay.
That's my own fault. I just remembered that from my playthrough I did not too recently. Not too long ago, I should say. Heal. You're just gonna have to heal through it because you don't have any. Because you don't really get any of the blooming purple moss clumps or whatever.
Yeah.
So there's 3 of those big guys with the clubs in there. If you can get past them, you're out.
Okay.
If you can't, and you're gonna have to be wary of the toxic, it constantly eating at your health too.
Yep.
Otherwise, you can try and run around them, but you have to be real good. Bye.
Bye.
Just keep going.
That was close. Jiggled the screen.
That's the exit. There's a cliff edge not too far out, so be careful when you hit, and you're going to want to go to the side, I believe to your right.
Okay.
Because they are going to continue following your... Or no, turn to the left. Or yeah, that's what you want. That bridge. And then there. And that door. Oh, okay. There's another way out.
There's not enough
The
help.
humanity.
Yeah.
If you can get to it in time. Nope.
Damn it.
The other way, what we're going to have to do, since we don't have the key to that door, is you go down that path.
Okay.
Across there. And you'll go around a thing, and down, and past a drake, and into an elevator. And that will lead you back up to the main bonfire, too.
Okay.
So. But now we know how to get there without having to go through a ton of crap.
Yeah.
We can always come back for that Estus shard later.
Yeah.
Whee! See, you come into Blighttown thinking, oh, this is kind of a cool thiefy area thing. And then you leave Blighttown and you go, I never want to go back to that fucking hellhole again.
Yeah.
And that's why I believe Blighttown is technically the Dark Souls ghetto. Like,
seems right.
It's really bad.
Yeah.
There's nothing good. Everyone here needs some form of help, but can't find any. And everything's trying to kill you if it's not trying to steal your souls. Yeah. And then there's the ladder right there. Screw everyone else and their mother.
Yep.
Yep. You always just want to look for the torches.
Mm-hmm.
Now imagine this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Weird. In Demon Souls, there's an area kind of like this, that this area is kind of partially based on.
Okay.
But the thing about it is that you start out going down on these big platforms with enemies, but there's none of those fly things.
Okay.
It's just the enemies like these ones, not those weird crawly ones, but like the two-handed guys from up above. Oh, there's a chest back there. Turn around. We didn't check it because we were in a hurry.
Oh. Wrong thing. Oh, you know, it's not a mimic.
Yep. You're lucky this isn't two.
Yeah?
You can break the chests in two.
Oh, God.
So you want... That's what you needed. It's right there. God damn it.
I think that was a little important.
Yeah, Now, you can run past him again. I would, unless you really want to fight him. But...
Hey.
The fighting him is fine. These two together, it's a huge bitch. Because of the two of them.
Yeah.
Because they have such big, wide swing areas.
Yeah.
Now you should be able to go across and open the door.
Eliminating one at a time, huh?
Yep.
Weakness, head.
Ah, yes, I know what that is referring to. If you go across and open the door, those guys should stop following you.
The 700
Okay,
souls.
so now wait a minute for a second. If you're willing to do something, I want to show you something quick.
Alright.
You won't die from it as long as you watch the cliff edge, but turn around and go back outside.
Okay.
They aren't following you anymore. They can't make it across that bridge, to be fair. I've seen them try. They just fall off.
Okay.
Go on to the other side, and then follow the path down and around the cliffside. Yeah, so they wander back like idiots. Does this let you all the way around? Yeah, it does. Okay, so go across that bridge. We aren't going to do anything with this now, but I want to show it to you because I think it's cool. See that?
Okay.
Go close to it. Not right up against it, but you can get a lot closer while it's rendering in full resolution.
Mm-hmm.
Almost. I love Dark... So, in Dark Souls 1, you hit them, right, to reveal them. In Dark Souls 2, you have to press A. It confused everyone when the game first came out. This... Okay, now look down across the edge of the cliff. Don't get too much closer, because he'll turn on, basically.
Okay.
He don't have no legs. That is a zombified dragon.
Oh.
whose legs are missing. Guess what you fight later when you're going through the demon ruins?
Oh, God.
His legs that are animated. A bunch of them. It's weird. Now, there's items there. If you try and take him, he turns on and spews tons of poison on you, and then starts swiping and killing. He will probably kill you.
Okay.
I would leave him for now.
Yeah, let's not.
He's an angry person. Now, you can get around him without waking him up, and around him leads to the Valley of the Drakes, which is an area in front of the New Londo ruins. And it has some drakes running around in it, but there is an elevator there that takes you up back to the main bonfire, too.
Okay.
This is like a little mini nexus between a bunch of the lower areas, basically. That's what it acts as. So it's useful now for getting back to the main hub, but is more useful later in the game.
Okay.
I was going to say, I remember getting here and I had the key. I don't remember where I got it from, but I know I had the key because it was an obvious spot. Maybe if we weren't fucking... So, this is the New Londo ruins. Now, if you go up that into that building and up those stairs, they won't attack you. They're all...
Oh, I recognize this place.
Yeah, we came down here for a little bit. Oh, which, by the way, in case you're interested, actually go back out this building. Check something out quick before we go back up. Go out the door, and then go to your right and follow along the edge of the cliff there, and then turn to your left as soon as you get past this little rock. Follow that down. Be careful, because it does end in a drop. You're not going to go down, though. Just talk.
Ah.
Well, this is unusual.
Hello.
You haven't lost your head. And more importantly, you're free. How on earth? Well,
Have you not seen? I'm free because I have a cool helm, bro.
Ricky of Vinod.
Yeah.
I was once an established smith, though. Look at me now.
You look a little small for a smith.
I know, right? That's what I thought. I was like, you ain't got no muscle definition, my friend. So, if you talk to him,
compared to the other, 10, 20-foot tall smiths.
Yeah. He is a mage smith.
Okay.
Safe here.
He can, if I remember correctly, he can enchant or magically imbue your weapon.
Oh, okay.
They function differently.
Okay.
So, yeah, so you can also do basic reinforcement. You can't do the higher levels with him, but he can repair equipment. You can purchase stuff, so he can turn it into a magic spear, right?
Okay.
And what that does is it splits your damage. It technically increases the damage, but it splits it between regular physical and magic. The magic scales with intellect. So basically, it adds intellect scaling to your weapon and magic damage.
Okay.
And so your magic damage scales with your intellect.
Okay.
It's only good in that case.
Yeah, if I was going a hybrid dex.
It's good if you're going hybrid with a dex as a backup, but you're primarily a spellcaster.
Yeah.
Otherwise, there's enchanted, which just adds magic damage, flat magic damage that can't be modified later.
Okay.
So it can push a little extra damage into your weapon, but that's all it does.
Should I go for the +8?
Yes. The higher you get that, the better.
Thought so.
So now you need another large titanate. You get it to 10 or to 9, and then you'll be able to get it to 10. So then he sells Sorcerer's Catalyst and some mid-level Sorcerer spells.
Okay. That's about all.
Goodbye.
You'll find an ember later, an enchantment ember, and you'll bring it to him.
Okay.
Not Andre. So now you go back up into the thing. I figured I'd bring it up because that way, if you're ever looking for something like that, you know where to go.
Yeah.
He's in a weird place. Pull that.
There we go.
He's in a weird place. In my first playthrough, I was literally doing my grid searching of stuff before I moved down the ladder, or the stairwell that's over on the side. That leads into the New Londo ruins proper. And I was wandering around and I didn't really see him, but I saw a prompt and I was like, what the hell? And I turned my camera around and I go, holy shit, what the fuck are you doing here?
Yeah.
Why are you here? Go somewhere useful. It's not safe here.
Yeah.
So, now you recognize that music? That's just a ghost of another player. I actually think that's one of the coolest things about this game is the ghosts of other players.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
Back to relative safety.
Yep. I remember my first time I ever tried playing this, I thought that was the path I had to go for the longest time.
Okay. So she's dead. Go read the Black Eye Orb. Dead. just dead.
Just in case we weren't clear.
So read the Black Eye Orb in your inventory. Invade the world of the murderer of the Firekeeper is what it says. Mystical orb found on Firekeeper's corpse. Invade the world of the murder of a Firekeeper to defeat the perpetrator and reclaim the soul of the Firekeeper. The Black Eye keeps constant watch on the City of Gods on Orlando. What this is telling you is that will activate somewhere in on Orlando. It will tell you when it does. And you will use it to invade the world of the person that killed her. Do you remember the Golden Knight Lautrec that was weird who appeared here? He appeared at the thing?
Oh, yeah.
He kills her.
Oh.
He's a murderer. And now you can't use this bonfire anymore.
Oh, shit.
That's why I thought it was weird how he got out without you letting him out.
Yeah.
So, you'll get to on Orlando, but what you're going to want to do is go up the stairs to Andre. So go up those and then up that one, and you're going to run past those enemies through the cathedral straight to Andre. Oh, and then these guys showed up. They're not hostile.
Hey.
So, that's a cleric lady, and she's being escorted by those two gentlemen who are supposed to protect her. These two are dimwits. He doesn't like either of them.
Oh, hello, my guest. I will be departing. So, it was a...
Okay.
You are undead as... Then we've no time to fraternize. I have my mission, and you no doubt have yours. We must not let this curse overcome us.
Yep. You can see it in her eyes. So she is a quest line. Eventually, she will leave.
Okay.
And she will go down into the undead crypt area.
Okay.
Where all the skeletons are. And you will find her down there. Way later in the game. You're going to want to go through that elevator.
Okay.
Way later in the game. And there's a whole thing to it. But you can save her there. She's the one I was telling you about who is going to die.
Okay.
In some way, shape, or form, her entire quest line always ends with her own death.
Okay.
There's no escaping it for her. It's just how she dies. So if you go down there and you save her, she comes back here for a little while, and she's like, yay, thank you for saving me. Eventually, she gets despotic. Nope, straight across. Straight out that door, straight down that path, straight across. And she comes here to where you found your first Firekeeper soul to improve your Estus flask. She shows up, she goes there to try and pray, and she gets kidnapped and taken to the Duke's archives way late in the game.
Okay.
No, see, there's no hidden path. That's just people screwing with you. But she gets kidnapped and taken there. If you save her from there, another person kills her. There is no way to save her proper. You can just extend her life slightly. It's really annoying. So.
Okay.
Yep. You don't have any. You don't have enough attunement slots. Okay. So there's the attunement stat. Every time you put a point into it, it doesn't. Nope. Sense Fortress is up one level.
Oh. Right.
And basically straight across from the bonfire. Yep. So they showed you this area early. That's why they were hoping you would recognize, but there's a 2-week span, so I wasn't sure if you would.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. That's why I'm trying to help, because I know these areas better.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so if you had been playing this in normal time, you probably would have recognized that when they showed the cutscene.
Yeah.
Traps.
Yep.
So that's one thing about this area you're not going to like.
Fucker.
And you're not going to like these guys either.
Okay. Oh god, that's a lot of health.
Yeah, they are tough. They hit hard. But they have a big old backstab area.
Yep.
You
The
just have
problem
to,
is there's two of them.
Yep. You could lead them out a little bit so you can kind of sort them.
Okay.
And they have a poisoned bite.
Good.
There you go.
One down.
Thank God for the invincibility frames.
Yep.
So now that you know that that trap is there, it was caused by a pressure plate on the floor as you walked in.
Okay.
If you walk in, you can avoid the pressure plate, lure them down the stairs, and then activate it, and it will kill one of them.
Huh. That's handy.
Yeah.
Nope.
So
my turn.
this intro area is to introduce you to the type of enemy you're going to face in here, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then also to introduce you to the idea of the traps.
Okay.
Because even if you don't set it off, if they walk over it, they'll set it off. So you're likely to see it no matter what.
Okay.
Scary statues.
Fuck off.
I know, right? You can't break them.
God damn it.
I wish you could, and they're all over the place in here to scare the shit out of you.
Yeah, and they're lit slightly.
Yeah, I know. The first time I walked in here, I was like, what? And then I kept seeing it, and I was like, I don't like this. One of these is going to come to life and just murder me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome to Trap Haven.
God damn.
Can you guess what the theme of this place is?
Oh,
God. Oh,
wait.
here's my favorite. Careful.
What? Nope.
There is space. You just got to watch out for it.
Yeah. Just the jump put me past where I wanted to
Okay,
be.
so my advice, stay under this platform when you're fighting this guy.
So that lightning thing?
Yeah. Because it can't hit you under here. Let him clang off and then get a counter hit while he's clanging.
So much health.
Yeah.
Okay, that doesn't work.
He will knock you back just as much as you... Okay, well, bye. Okay, now stop for a second. Look down.
See ya.
Don't go down there.
Yeah.
You do not need to go down there to finish this area. That down there is all optional. Careful.
Oh,
You should have just waited.
hi. Can we talk about this?
You're going to be screwed down here.
Yeah. Drink. Ow.
Yep.
Ow, there's 3.
Yep. And then there's the one way above who can see you down there, too.
Of course.
It's better to wait with those than to push. Because they will push you off, guaranteed.
Yeah.
You can't not get pushed off. If they don't outright kill you, which sometimes some of them will.
Okay.
But they, no matter what level you are, they will push you off the path if you get hit by them.
Okay.
But that's... Welcome to this area. That's what this area is. It's all jacked up bullshit. So now, if you go around it, see how it's raised?
Ah, yep.
Now, if you go around, go towards the center, and get them to follow after you, and when they come down the stairs, run back over it.
Oh no.
Yep.
Run away.
Dead. And that takes care of one free.
Oh, come on.
Well, at least you if you get a couple of solid hits on them, you can stun them.
Yeah.
But yeah, this area is less about these enemies and more about how they place them and what they do with them.
What?
You got a counter hit on him.
Alright.
He bounced off your shield and then you attacked him and it got him with it before he could finish his attack.
Alright.
Yep. So that's the gimmick of this area. Oh yeah, see that Titanite demon down there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you would have had to go through him
Oh, good.
and 3 more to get out.
Oh god.
That's why you're not supposed to go down there right now. That's for that's for coming back and clearing stuff out.
Yeah.
This guy you're going to have to fight with counter hits. Because if he hits you and you're sideways, you are going to get knocked off. He knocks you back just as much as you knock him back.
Yep.
Oop.
Or
And now you're down here. And he came after you. There's really no safe place down here.
hi there.
Welcome to the party, son. Yep. What I would do is I would just tank the hit, counter hit after he bounces off your shield. Just hit him, and then drop your shield for a second, put it back up, take the hit, and counter hit to get through him.
Yeah.
I wouldn't try and get fancy and roll around to the side because he will just push you off almost every time.
Yeah.
It's too thin. They built it on purpose so that you couldn't do that without getting pushed off.
Yeah.
Now, he will glitch out sometimes, like the first time, and kind of just fall off like an idiot.
Yeah, I was trying to
shield.
bait him into that. Thankfully, I was slightly to the left.
Yep. Thankfully, those don't track.
Yeah.
Like enemy bow and arrow shots. Which is by far the most annoying thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're a bow and arrow. That's not how bow and arrows work.
Yeah.
I get it with magic to a certain extent, because, you know, magic, but, like...
Mm. There.
Stabby, stabby. Spear-based enemas. Oh, 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 oh.
This game should have friendly fire.
It does for certain attack types. Usually, explosion-based attacks, AoE attacks will hit everything. Basically, it works the same way for you as it does for them. So if you were to summon a friend and threw an AoE attack, it hurt them, but if you were to just hit them with your sword, it wouldn't do anything.
Okay.
So it works identically for both players and enemies.
Hey, I should get my souls.
If you aim your camera down slightly, it's easier to see where they are.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're just gonna have to do that. Oof. Oof.
No.
Too far away. Oh, there we go.
There.
Okay, so heal quick. And wait. Go for it. Yeah. Okay. So now they can hit you in here because of the openings, but it's harder because they're partially blocked.
Yeah.
So now you go around this way. But yeah, it was weird. Everyone got confused in two. Bring this back up. So then there's this.
Fuck.
You have to get past all that and get up to the thing while it continues to shoot lightning bolts at you the whole time. Do you want to put your shield up? It's not going to block everything, but it will block more than nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. That was kind of weird.
Yeah.
I thought you get... Alright, we'll end it there. We'll pick this back up in the next session. This area is tricky because of all the traps and trying to figure out what to do. What we may do off camera, before you go over there, what we may do off camera is farm a little bit and get you some more arrows.
Okay.
Because what I usually do with that guy, because you haven't been using arrows at all, and I would, they make a lot of things a lot easier. Because you can buy them from him, I believe.
Okay.
But if we farm some souls off camera, get you some arrows, what you can do is, I would also use the regular bow and not the crossbow, because it scales with your dexterity.
And because
you have a Divine Ember. You should give it to him. Talk to him again. Oh, yeah, you have to give it. Forgot you had the Divine Ember.
Yes.
Now you can make holy weapons.
Okay.
They scale with faith. So if you were doing a cleric build, it'd be good.
Okay. Arrows? Yes, arrows.
Yeah. The basic ones will do just fine.
Mm-hmm.
Just the regular wooden arrows.
Yep, the 3 soul arrows.
Yep. They're cheap. But we'll do the grinding off camera. But what I do is I use the bow on some of those guys in there to get around them.
Okay.
So that one on the bridge, what you can do is pull your bow out, get an arrow ready, step around, fire the arrow at him.
Okay.
Just like he's shooting you with the lightning, you can do the same thing with your bow.
Okay.
But you can usually get your bow off quicker than he can.
Mm-hmm. Slower.
Right there is where you want to be.
Yep.
Until he jumps, then you want to defend it back away. Because sometimes he'll do a slamming attack when he does that. Like that.
Yep. Yeah, I remember that.
But I basically just use the arrow to kill the damn thing so I can get across that ridiculous set of murder blades without any pressure.
Okay, yeah.
That's why, like, some people are like, well, it's lame to use them. I'm like, no, it's just another tool in your toolkit to help you get through things.
Yeah.
Like, I always think it's funny when people are like, it's lame, especially if you're a dexterity user, because you're already getting scaling with the bow, so why not use them in some cases?
Yeah.
And if you're oh, you're second wall. Ooh, you're glad you didn't get grabbed by that.
Yeah. Stop using your damn tail.
No, absolutely not. But yeah, so I always keep one on me. Later on in the game too, when you get to Honor Orlando, you'll get a strength-based bow.
Oh.
A great bow.
Okay.
They're much slower to fire. They're more likely to stagger an opponent, right? Mm-hmm. And they do more damage, but again, they're way slower. Like, you can probably fire like 4 regular arrows for 1 great arrow.
Okay.
But they scale on your strength.
Okay.
They are big enough that they have spikes on the bottom because you slam it into the ground and then pull.
Oh.
Which is like the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
I would actually buy the standard arrows.
Oh, yeah?
The wooden arrows actually won't fly as far, and they don't do as much damage.
Ah, okay.
I would just buy as many of those as you can. There we go. And then we'll have that for later.
Yep.
So, but yeah, so we'll pick this up in the next episode. We'll give a good run at Sen's Fortress. But we're out of Blighttown. Beat
Yes,
Quelaag,
thank God.
got the second Bell of Awakening, and we're good. So now we're on to the second part of the game,
Okay.
which is you're now hunting for Lord Souls.
Okay.
Which you don't realize right away until you get to the first one, and then somebody's like, "Oh, I see you got one of those things," and it's like, "Yeah, because I didn't know where else to go except for this way."
Yeah.
But yeah, but you're getting there. You're 38. I think you're about right for Sen's Fortress at this point.
Okay.
But yeah, I figured you'd get frustrated at Blighttown after a while.
Yeah.
Everyone kind of does.
Really old.
Yeah.
Really fast.
Yeah, the whole gimmick is just like stacking 3 gimmicks that are all frustrating simultaneously. It's not a whole lot of fun.
Yeah.
But for you, if you're going Dex build, I would go. You're not going to be able to wear the biggest armor until you have a lot of endurance later in the game.
Yeah.
But I would go mainly with the heaviest armor you can wear with the best protection.
Yeah.
But keeping a faster roll.
Yeah.
Because you're going to need it more than the heavy character will need it.
Mm-hmm.
So.
That.
But yeah, so. Cool. Oh yeah, and then I hate that it auto puts stuff in your thing in the first game. It doesn't do that in the other ones, thankfully, but it's really frustrating in this one.
Yeah.
But yeah, so thank you all so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more, and we'll see you all in the next episode of Dark Souls, where we tackle Sen's Fortress.
Yeah.
Of tricks, traps, and death.
Ooh.
Bye.
Bye.